If I have time to be reading your message, I'm just sitting down now to read your message. I never want to work with you. Which brand is it? I have better photographers that does better job for me. The job that you did, you think I like it? You can see that we did not even do promotion on the page. Nothing, because the pictures, I don't like it myself.
Hi, my name is Erico Anthony, otherwise known as Akaza. Today, September 13th, makes it a year that I got my beautiful camera and the year anniversary of the Akaza studio brand. It's been God has been faithful, to be honest. That's the one word that comes to my mind anytime I remember the journey so far. God has been faithful. I mean, I was working before in the corporate environment, private security corporate environment, and then I stopped doing that because I wanted to travel out of the country. And on the journey to travel out of the country, I got scammed and I lost like millions in the process. And that was really tough. And even after like getting the little money, starting a shawarma brand and selling shawarma myself, within 3 to 4 months that business collapsed. It wasn't great. It was around that time that I actually found out what depression actually was. Depression is not that you're sad. Depression is being unable to move. Until I found photography. One of my friends, Daytem, he's a photographer, and I was just looking at some of his pictures that he posted, and I took an interest in photography. And before you know it, I was learning all that I could on YouTube. I was watching 3-hour-long videos. I was watching 2-hour-long videos on photography. It just swept me with so much joy. And at that point, I was so broke, I couldn't even... In fact, the reason why I actually started keeping my beard was I was actually so broke, I couldn't afford to go to the salon to actually shave or cut my hair. I don't tell a lot of people that. But yeah. I didn't have any money, so I actually had to borrow some money from my family so that I could actually register for a free skill acquisition course and actually go for the course. The first one was at Eden Center at the Wire, and the second one was at Harvesters at Bagada. And at these different places, I learned an extra step in photography. I already learned so much from my YouTube videos, but I needed a practical, hands-on approach. And from there, I went to like intern under somebody. It wasn't the most pleasant experience, but it was a needed experience because I learned so much. If there's anything I am grateful for, my internship experience, is that I learned so much. Even though I didn't earn it the best of ways, but I'm glad of what I learned during those classes, during those 8 months. After I stopped my internship, I had nothing to do. I had no camera, I had no source of income, I was just home. And I reached out to the first person I learned photography from, the Eden Center facilitator for the class, for the photography class, Assam Gabriel. Huge thanks, Assam Gabriel. He would take me for events, we would shoot events, it was like he brought me back into the field. Even though I had no camera, he would bring cameras for me to shoot with, and he would still even pay me, which was amazing, which was great. I'm forever grateful to Assam Gabriel. He's an amazing person. And while I was shooting, I started developing interest in video work. And I already met a videographer while I was interning. His name is Cine Boy. Cine Boy is an amazing individual. He's not just an amazing individual, he's an award-winning cinematographer. I hit Cine Boy up like, yo, I'm trying to learn so much more about video work. And guess what he did? Cine Boy gave me his login, password, and email to his Domestika account so I could learn videography work for myself. How many people can do that? That's why to this day, even though we don't talk as much, I am forever grateful to Cine Boy for that display of kindness. After some few months while working for Gabriel, I saved some money, not a lot, but the main money came from family. My dad, my mom, particularly my dad. And I was able to get my first camera, which is this beautiful camera, my Sony A7R III, which I love so much. And from that moment on, that was the birth of Akaza Studios, when I finally got this camera, because then it opened my mind. Before I could tell people I was a photographer without confidence, because where's your camera? Where do you shoot? Now I had my camera, now I had my lights, now I could rent studios to shoot. Now I had the confidence to say that I was a photographer. And it was such a beautiful experience. And it wasn't smooth sailing from there. In fact, months into after getting my camera, I wasn't getting jobs at all. That I actually felt like I should go work for a photo studio. And the moment that I stepped my foot in that studio, I just knew that I was at the wrong place. And it wasn't like if any fault to them, it was like more of me. I wasn't being patient to like understand what God's plan was for me. I couldn't even stay up to a month. After 2 weeks, I actually had to pray about it, because I wanted to be sure that this was not just laziness. Like, I had to pray about it, like, and this was one of these few times that I really, really prayed. Like, I prayed, like, God, show me that I need to leave this place, and it's of your will that I leave this place. And God showed me, and in fact, He showed me that day, and that day God told me, leave that day, like, send your resignation letter that day. The next day I left. I just knew I was not in the right place, and no fault to them. They were amazing people. Like, I actually learned things from that studio before I left, and great people. From leaving the studio, I started seeing events up. I started like, can I shoot your event for free? And one of the events I shot for free was Lagos Meetup. And even though I shot it for free, they actually used most of my images for their, like, and that was like such a big compliment. But the main thing about that day was, that was the day I met somebody. Like, I went to shoot the event for free. An artist, a photographer named Dejolu Okon, came up to give a presentation, and immediately it was done. The Holy Spirit told me, go talk to this guy. I went to speak to Dejolu Okon, and I told him that, you know, I could, you know, help him do BTS. Like, he's a photographer, what does he need BTS for? But I spoke to him, we exchanged numbers. He invited me to his studio. Like, meeting the Dejolu Okon has been an incredible experience. Like, this studio that I'm shooting at now is the Dejolu Okon studio. Like, he has been such an impact in my photography journey that, like, bro, like, I can't even like conceptualize. Like, I have met people that I could not otherwise meet or have met, if not because of the influence of the Dejolu Okon. I've got businesses that I wouldn't have otherwise gotten if not for the Dejolu Okon. Like, Dejolu Okon is such an amazing individual. Like, he's not looking at you like someone who's trying to compete with him. He's looking at how he can elevate you. Not just because you're just any person, because he knows that you are interested in your craft. You are passionate about your craft. So he's looking for ways to elevate you. Like, bro, Deji. Like, I have shot Canon, I've shot Golden Penny, I've shot Chivas Regal, I've shot Smirnoff, because of the fact that the Dejolu Okon says, come, let's go and shoot. I've shot Buju, I've shot TJ Omori, because of the fact that someone like Dojo Olokun says, come follow me on the shoots, come and get some shots, meet people, build your brand. While others are gatekeeping, this guy is just Dojo Olokun. Thank you so much. So much. And that person I need to give thanks to is Jeremy Visuals. Jeremy Visuals, just on one random night. This was like after like 4 or 5 months of opening my page. Like he just video called me and it was edited. I was like, why is this big photographer calling me? Bro just was having a chat with me while he was editing, and I just say like I was laughing and everything, but man, I like, bro, you know. And then he came to Lagos and he asked to see me. Bro spent his own money to come see me at my own place and spent his own money to go back. And those 2 hours that he spent with me here, bro, like he transformed the way I edited and the way I lit my subject. Like you will be with people for 8 months and nothing will change about your craft. You will just sit and talk with people for 2 hours and literally everything will change. That was Jeremy's Visuals influence in my life. Jeremy, thank you so much, bro. Like you really have elevated my work to an extent that even I am surprised. People look at my work and think that like my work is not that of somebody who just got his camera. That is because of the influence of amazing people in my life. People who give him information freely. People who are that. Jeremy, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Like I've had incredible people in my life, and I've had terrible people in my life. A lot of terrible experiences, but today is not for that. Today is to give thanks for the growth of my brand, for how far I've come in a year with this beautiful camera of mine and with these beautiful people I've met. Things like this, man. Things like this, man, is like blessings. Blessings, bro. Things like this are blessings. Dojo Olokun, thank you so much. You have brought my brand so far. Cine Boy, thank you so much. You have brought my brand so far. Jeremy Visuals, thank you so much. You have brought my brand so far. Assam, thank you so much. You have brought my brand so far. Big H, thank you. Tosin Chunai, thank you. The Best, thank you. The Best and King Ebuka sang me a happy birthday. That's because we're on sets on my birthday and they were kind enough to sing me a happy birthday. And The Best has always been nice enough to answer my questions. Like whenever I pick his brain about stuff, whenever I meet outside, like incredible guy, like great guy. And for the future of my brand, I'm looking to go into more video work and very soon actually direct music videos. So I'm looking not just to be a photographer, but to be a creative, a visual artist. And man, God has been faithful. That's God has been faithful. God has been faithful. God has been faithful. Sic Parvis Magna. Greatness from little beginnings. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.